Daisy the kitten was lounging on her pink beanbag, listening to music through her tiny headphones when a wild idea popped into her fluffy head. "I should start a band," she meowed excitedly. She jumped up, slipped on her heart-shaped sunglasses, and strutted to her closet like a superstar. After trying on 5 glittery outfits, she settled on a sparkly purple jacket and a mini guitar across her back. With a paw snap, she grabbed her phone and opened the Notes app. Band name? The Pawsome Beats? She purred, giggling to herself. Then Daisy looked around her room, filled with posters of famous pet bands, and pointed her paw toward the window. "Tomorrow," she declared, "I go shopping for instruments." As the sun set, Daisy the kitten fell asleep, dreaming of drum solos and cheering fans. Early next morning, Daisy the kitten woke up, stretched her paws, and put on her pink hoodie and sparkly sneakers. She grabbed her mini shopping bag and looked into the mirror. "Let's get those instruments," she purred confidently. She climbed into her toy car, turned the wheel with her tiny paws, and zoomed off to the local pet mall. Inside the store, Daisy tried out different mini guitars, one neon green, one glitter gold. She strummed them like a pro, nodding with cool approval. Next, she picked out a mini keyboard, tiny drumsticks, and even a microphone that lit up when she meowed. At the checkout counter, she swiped her pink toy credit card and tossed everything into her polka dot bag. As she rolled back home, the sun sparkled on her sunglasses. "Band practice starts tomorrow," she whispered like a superstar. Daisy the kitten sat at her desk munching on fish-shaped crackers and making a list of potential bandmates. "I need a drummer, a keyboard player, and maybe a backup dancer," she thought. She texted her besties, Milo the puppy, Luna the cat, and Pickles the parrot. "Band auditions today at my garage. Bring your best moves," she typed with speedy little paws. Soon, pets arrived wearing funky outfits. Milo wore a backward cap and sunglasses. Luna came in glitter boots. Pickles the parrot wore a feather boa and brought maracas. Each pet got a turn. Milo banged the drums like a rock star. Luna nailed the keyboard. Pickles juggled maracas while dancing. Daisy clapped her paws and squeaked, "You're all in!" With happy squeals and tail wags, the new band cheered and took a group selfie. They were officially the Pawsome Beats. Daisy the kitten turned her garage into a full-on music studio. She hung posters, set up string lights, and placed snacks in glittery bowls. She stood in the center, paws on her hips, wearing a headset mic. "Okay, team, let's make some noise," she said with a wink. Milo, the puppy, warmed up on the drums. Luna, the cat, practiced scales, and Pickles flapped his wings in rhythm. They all wore matching jackets Daisy designed herself, tiny purple ones with stars on the back. Their first song was a little chaotic. Milo dropped a stick, Pickles squawked offbeat, and Luna hit a wrong key. But Daisy just giggled. "We'll get there," she said, passing out smoothies in tiny cups. After a few tries, they finally nailed a fun tune. The garage rocked with music, and Daisy twirled on the spot with excitement. "Next stop, the talent show," she meowed. Daisy the kitten gathered the band in her backyard. "If we're going to be stars, we need a music video," she announced, wearing a director's cap and holding a tiny clipboard. She set up her phone on a mini tripod and passed out props, sunglasses, scarves, and even bubble machines. Milo the puppy posed with his drumsticks, Luna the cat adjusted her glittery headband, and Pickles the parrot fluffed his feathers. They practiced their moves, then hit record. Daisy jumped and strummed her guitar while the others played along. They danced in sync, bubbles floating all around them. Daisy edited the video on her tablet, adding sparkles and music filters. "It's perfect," she squeaked. She uploaded it with the caption, "Meet the Pawsome Beats." Within hours, views started climbing. They had fans. Excited by their rising fame, Daisy the kitten rushed to sign them up for the local pet talent show. She wore a bow tie and carried a glittery folder with all their plans. But when she arrived at the sign-up booth, she gasped. The sheet was full. "No way, all the spots are taken," she cried. The judge, a grumpy old turtle in glasses, frowned. "You're late. Try next year," he mumbled. Daisy's ears drooped. She sat on a bench, her dreams crumbling like tuna treats. But just then, she heard a meow. Luna came running, followed by Milo and Pickles. "Don't give up yet," they said in unison. Together, they came up with a plan. Pickles flew above and spotted a cancellation spot. Daisy dashed back to the booth and scribbled their names just in time. They were back in the game. With the talent show only days away, Daisy the kitten scheduled an emergency rehearsal. "We have to be perfect," she said, pacing in front of the garage. But things didn't go smoothly. Milo kept sneezing into his drums. "Allergies," he sniffled. Luna spilled milk on the keyboard. Pickles got tangled in streamers. Daisy took a deep breath and clapped her paws. "Okay, let's take a snack break," she chirped. She passed passed around mini muffins and strawberry milk in fancy cups. After relaxing, they gave it one more try. This time, everything clicked. The rhythm, the harmony, even Pickles' maraca solo. Daisy smiled wide. "That's the sound of success," she whispered. They ended rehearsal with a group hug and a loud "Possum!" Tomorrow was showtime. The day of the talent show had arrived. Daisy the kitten stood behind the curtains, heart pounding. She peeked out and saw a huge crowd, dogs in bow ties, parrots with cameras, and even a rabbit holding glow sticks. Milo twirled his drumsticks nervously. "What if I miss a beat?" he whispered. Luna tapped her tail. "What if I trip?" Pickles muttered. "What if I sneeze mid-solo?" Daisy took their paws and wings. "We're not just playing music, we're sharing joy. Let's do this together." Their names were called. The lights dimmed. They walked onto the stage with heads high. Daisy adjusted her mic, strummed once, and the crowd quieted. Then she whispered, "Let's rock." Lights blazed as Daisy the kitten strummed the first chord. Luna played the keyboard like a star, Milo's drumming was perfect, and Pickles nailed every beat with his maracas. The crowd went wild. Some pets danced, others clapped their paws or flapped in rhythm. Even the grumpy turtle judge cracked a smile. Daisy sang with heart, her tiny voice powerful and full of joy. They played their original song, Dream Big, Meow Loud, a mix of pop and pawsome energy. As the last note echoed, the lights faded. For a second, it was silent. Then, thunderous applause. They bowed, tails wagging, ears twitching with happiness. "We did it," Daisy whispered. After winning the talent show, Daisy the kitten and her bandmates were instantly famous. They were invited to perform at pet cafes, school events, and even on live pet TV. Daisy tried to stay humble, but fans stopped her for autographs everywhere she went. One dog asked, "Can you teach me to sing like you?" Daisy smiled, "Of course, believe in yourself first." The band practiced daily, working harder than ever, but with fame came stress. Pickles started showing up late, and Luna once forgot the melody. Milo worried, "Are we getting too busy?" Daisy called a meeting. "We started this for fun. Let's remember why we love music," she said. Everyone nodded. They agreed. The heart of their band wasn't fame, it was friendship. Daisy the kitten couldn't ignore it anymore. Things were changing. The band was a hit, but the spark that once united them was fading. Pickles the parrot skipped rehearsals, Luna the cat seemed distant, and Milo the dog hardly smiled during practice. Even Daisy felt tired. One evening, she invited them all over for snacks and hot cocoa. "Remember when we just played for fun?" she asked softly. The room went quiet. Pickles sighed, "I miss my naps in the tree." Luna added, "School's so stressful right now." Milo shrugged, "It's not the same anymore." Daisy nodded. "Let's take a step back. Less pressure, more fun." They agreed on shorter practices, goofy jam sessions, and time to relax. That night, they sang silly songs and laughed until their bellies hurt. The music flowed freely again, full of warmth and friendship. Daisy looked around, heart full. They hadn't lost their way. They just needed a pause, and now they were stronger than ever. Just when things felt back on track, Daisy the kitten opened the mailbox and found a shiny gold envelope. Inside was an invitation to the annual Petville Talent Gala, the biggest pet event in town. The band had been selected to perform as a special guest. Daisy's eyes sparkled with excitement, but also a hint of nervousness. "This is huge," she whispered. She rushed to share the news with Milo the dog, Luna the cat, and Pickles the parrot. Their jaws dropped. "Us? Really?" Pickles squawked. "We have to bring our best," Luna added, tail swishing. They agreed to rehearse a fun, energetic new song just for the event. Every afternoon they met in Daisy's garage, surrounded by colourful lights and snacks. Slowly, the tune came to life, a mix of jazzy beats, silly lyrics, and joyful meows and barks. As the gala date approached, their excitement bubbled like soda pop. This time, it wasn't just about being good, it was about having fun. The day of the Petville Talent Gala was finally here. Daisy the kitten couldn't stop jumping around, her tail flicking in excitement. The band was ready, but there was so much to do. The stage was huge and the lights were blinding. Daisy tried not to feel overwhelmed, but the butterflies in her stomach wouldn't stop fluttering. Milo the dog paced back and forth, Luna the cat stretched lazily, and Pickles the parrot kept rehearsing his part loudly. "Let's go, team," Daisy shouted, her paws clapping to get their attention. "We've practiced hard, and now it's time to have fun." They all nodded, gathering their instruments. The stage manager called them to the backstage area, and the countdown to their performance began. Daisy felt her heart race as she adjusted her microphone. She could hear the audience talking, laughing, and clapping. The lights dimmed, and the music began. It was their turn to shine. Daisy smiled to herself. This was their moment. The lights dimmed, and Daisy the kitten felt a wave of nervous excitement. The audience was waiting, their eyes fixed on the stage. The band members exchanged a quick glance. This was it. With a deep breath, Daisy signaled to Pickles the parrot, who squawked loudly, starting the first notes of their new song. Milo the dog tapped his paws to the beat, while Luna the cat strummed her guitar. Daisy's heart raced as she sang the opening lines, her voice louder than she had ever dared before. The crowd cheered, clapping and stomping to the rhythm. Daisy could feel the energy building with every note. She looked around at her friends. They were all in sync, smiling and dancing with the music. It wasn't about being perfect. It was about having fun, feeling the music and sharing this moment together. The final chords echoed through the hall and the band took a bow, the applause filling their ears. They had done it. They had rocked the stage. Backstage after the show, Daisy the kitten and her friends hugged, their eyes shining with pride. The crowd had loved their performance, and they were already getting asked for interviews and future gigs. Milo wagged his tail excitedly, Luna purred softly, and Pickles couldn't stop whistling their hit tune. Daisy sat for a moment, smiling. She had started this journey with a simple dream, to play music with friends. Now, they were a real band, bringing joy to others. The journey had its challenges, but they stayed true to themselves, helped one another, and never gave up. The real success wasn't the applause, it was the friendship, laughter, and memories they created. Moral of the story, never stop chasing your dreams no matter how small they start. With heart and teamwork, anything is possible. Like, share, and subscribe to join more adventures with Daisy and friends.